Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, November 5th, and I am filming today for my tomorrow morning's video, and I'm so glad you could join me. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I think probably most of you got your hour back from losing it in the spring. I always need my hour back by this time of the year. I don't know what it is, but I can always feel I feel a little bit off up until this point, and then once I get my hour back, I feel like I get my my stride back just a little bit. So it is going to get darker earlier tonight, but I'm okay with that. It won't be so dark in the morning for so long, and I much prefer that. So that was this weekend. Other than that, it was pretty uneventful weekend. But I wanted to hop on today. I'm missing one thing that I wanted to show you, but I will probably do a second video on this. This is sort of a product review, and what do I think about things. So let's jump right into this video. This is actually on rabbit feeding dishes. I came up with the idea for this video. I was out cleaning my barn the other day, and I did a really deep clean. I always do that in the fall and the spring, but I have a grooming table, which is actually like a built-in table out in my barn. I don't know if it was like a potting table for the previous owner for like her garden. She's got some drawers out there and some cupboards, and so I use that for my grooming tools for my rabbit stuff, and actually groom my rabbits on that table most of the year. Even when it's winter out, I can use it because the barn stays fairly warm out there. And so it had become a mess. It had potting soil on it. It had my garden starter buckets and bins and all of that stuff sitting there. When I cleaned up some of the garden stuff, I threw it out there and I never took care of it, which I am infamous for. I will move my piles from one spot to the other. And so the other day I decided that enough was enough and I needed to clean that space. And so I did. And as I was cleaning, I found these random feed dishes that I had used and saved over the years. And I guarantee you some of these are probably 20 years old. And so rather than become like my grandparents, who, when we went through their barn, had everything you could possibly imagine stuffed away in the barn and basement, I didn't want to do that. And so I started pitching stuff, throwing away things, and I decided, you know what, this would make a great video though, because there are some rabbit dishes that I prefer over others, and I actually ordered some new ones because as I was doing that, I have several different types. I don't have just one kind in my rabbitry, and so I also have been having issues with a couple of my rabbits that are spilling their bowls, and that can be solved very easily, which I needed to solve that problem because I've noticed it here for several months. There are two in particular that are doing that, actually three, and so I needed to get new bowls for them. And I actually did get some this summer. I'm going to show those to you. I'm not a fan of them, and so I'm still looking for that perfect bowl. And maybe I have found it. So let me show you what I have used over the years. And I have actually tried lots of different things. I have tried the Crocs, which I do like the Crocs. I didn't bring any of those in with me. I have two outside that are Crocs. One is shaped like a carrot. It's a Croc bowl, and that one works pretty good. It's quite heavy. She rarely spills that, so I have that one out there. And then I have a smaller Croc. Sorry, my dog is right next to my stand, and she's Willow. Thank you. Willow's never far away. The other one is just one of the round brown Crocs that is smaller and not very deep, and that holds just enough food for her. She does pretty well with it, the other one that has that. So let me go through what I've had over the years. These, of course, are the traditional. I think everybody has seen these. I did clean this off. It's a little bit dusty. I've used these in the past. I'm not a huge fan of them. When I first got these, so this is how naive I was when I started doing rabbits, because when I started doing rabbits, I had no clue. I had never had rabbits before in my life, And so when we got these with our original cage sets, I just thought you hooked these on the inside, and I would always shove this up into the cage and let it sit like this. Little did I know that these are actually supposed to have the wire cut out. I found out later. And this actually stays on the outside, and then this goes into the spot where you cut the wire out so it fits right in. There. And then you can just feed from the outside through here, which is a really nice concept. I just never have wanted to cut my cages up. I know, it's really dumb. And also, I always felt like this was such a small space for rabbits to get into. At least my rabbits. I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of these. I've used them on and off over the years, so these aren't my favorite. They are really nice if you use them properly outside of the cage where you could just pour the food in. But then I always have to open the cages to give them their hay anyways, so these just seemed like an overkill. And a lot of times, having them set up the way I did inside the cages, the rabbits would pull these off. So I've used them, not a huge fan. So that's my opinion of these ones. Oh, I apologize, my camera, I think it's auto-focusing on me, so I'll try not to move as much. The second ones, which this one I saved from the trash. I did go through and dump a whole bunch of plastic bowls, cat bowls I've tried. And I have a couple more out there that the rabbits are using right now that I am going to get rid of once I replace them with new ones. But the second ones that we've had for years and years and years are these ones. And this one's rusty and it's got some holes. So it's going to go into, and I have no idea how holes got in there. Maybe, I don't know. I've had these for years though. And some of them, this was one of those ones that was just in the drawer out there. These ones have, which these are broken. That's why I'm going to get rid of this. I'm not going to keep it because I really don't have any use for it. These were nice because these metal brackets slide over the wire and you just push them down and they stay pretty good. Now I have had rabbits get up underneath some of these sometimes and kind of bend them. I think that's how these got broken off. These are definitely both broke. So these ones I am a fan of. I may order some more of these. But again, this one's probably, I don't know, 15 years old and it's just laying out there in a cupboard. And so I'm like, I got to get rid of it, but I wanted to show it to you. These are other good ones that I do like. This summer I went and purchased some to try at our local feed store, and they were the plastic ones. I actually got two sizes. I didn't bring the other one in. The other plastic one is just almost like this one. And they have these right here, which I think you can see. They're little tabs that go over the wire, which is fantastic if they worked. So with the bigger ones, you can get them right over the wire, but they're loose. So if the rabbit decides to pull it up, he can pull it right off the wire. So they don't stay. Where the metal ones hook right in, these plastic ones don't. The problem with these little ones, and I've already thrown a few of these away, they were a waste of money. I do not recommend these, is that these tabs, to get all three of these tabs, this one's super tight, to get all three of them over the wire, you have to take a screwdriver or something, put it in the little slot here, and lift this while you're hooking it on the wire. And I've broken some of them because they're just not really flexible, which would be great to keep them on the wire, unlike the big ones like this. But these little ones they're almost impossible to get on the wire. And I've ended up breaking, because once you get beyond a certain point with these little tabs, they just break right off because it's a rigid plastic. So I am not a fan of these. I have a couple of extra ones of these just in case that I'm going to keep. But I would never buy these again, and I don't recommend them. So those are the three kinds that I have on top of the ceramic ones. What I ordered was 3 different sets, and actually I've been waiting all afternoon for my third set to get here, and it does not look like it's going to get here. So it's basically, they're all kind of the same idea. The one that I'm waiting for actually hooks right to the cage. And so I'll kind of give you an idea of what that looks like. But I wanted to go ahead and get this video done. So what I got, and what I actually need these for, are my 2 colonies out in my barn. So out in my barn, I have 2 fenced in areas. They're like pet fences. They're probably 6 foot in diameter, both of them, and I have 2 rabbits in each set of those. And so I have 2 male German Angoras in one of them, and I have 2 French female Angoras in the other one. And they're doing great out there. They are newer to the colony. This summer I put them in there. I was kind of rearranging and making some changes out there. I had 2 English Angoras in one of the colonies, and I did pull my English Angoras out just because the English Angora fiber it does tend to mat easier than all the other Angoras, and it makes it even worse when they are on hay. Hay is what I use at the base, and they seem to get more messy to me than the Germans and the French. So I pulled those out and did some switching around. But I have dishes in both of their areas that I wanted to kind of get simplified just a little bit and make it so that they can't spill, because that's what I'm having issues that are in the colony and a couple of my cages. So I found these sets, and I'm just opening them now. I got these from Amazon. I'll put the links down below. I'm not sure. We will try these. This is something brand new. I went looking and I had never seen, let's see, and I wouldn't do these for all of my rabbits, I don't believe, just because I have all the water bottles, which I've talked about before. So this is, and this actually sticks to the cage right here. And so this will fit perfectly on the outside of my pet fence. And then you put this in the fence. I'm gonna have to figure out, oh yeah. So you put this on the fence and then put this under. We'll see how that works. And then it will tighten in just like that. So that's the water dish. And I think you fill it, yep. So you fill it right there. So this one hooks, and then the other set I have coming is almost identical to this, only just a little bit different. And then this one also came with, it says cutting machine for pets. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I see some Japanese or Chinese writing there. I don't know why they call it a cutting machine. Interesting. So this is the feed dish. So it looks like, okay, I see how this works. This is the dish part. And I will do a second video on these once I get them set up and get my other ones here. I don't think I'll use these for my cage rabbits. So it's got a dish that hooks onto the cage. Just with that, you would screw it in. And then this sets above it, just like that. And you would screw this in right here. And then the feed goes right in there. So it's going to dispense automatically. So these will work really good, I think, for my my fenced-in rabbits in my barn. So that's the first one that I got to try. Again, the second one that is not here yet looks a lot like this, only maybe a little bit simpler. I will show a picture of that once I get them and get them all set up and do a video on those eventually. I'll let you know how I feel about these. I probably will order some more of the metal dishes also for my cages. And then the other one I got, and we'll see, this one's a little bit more intricate. This is like a full pet station. I don't have a picture of it. So this is a wooden one, which hopefully, I did not think of that until just now. They may be chewing on this one. We will see. because they tend to chew on things like wood and stuff. But this is a little, and it has to be put together. So again, I will do a second video on all these once I get them set up. But this is a feed slash, let's see, goes like this. It's like this, and you put the hay in. Once you get it all put together, there is a dish down here at the bottom. Sorry. Once you put this together with sides and a back, there is a dish right here, and then you stuff the hay on top, and then the water sits in this too. So it's a whole wooden little thing that you sit inside in the cage, and I thought this would be perfect for the colony. This is a water bottle, which again hooks right on the, it'll hook right on the wall with just this. And it comes with 2 different nozzles, maybe 1. Yeah, it comes with just a, I'm trying to think of what these are called. These are the metal push ones. When you push when the rabbit pushes the middle section, the water will come out. So this is what this is. So yeah, I'm gonna try these and see, and again, I will probably be ordering some more of the metal dishes for my rabbits to replace. A lot of my stuff, as I said, has been around for years and years, and I haven't replaced it, and the things I have replaced I haven't been happy with. And so I will keep you posted on what I think of the sets that I bought, and also what I end up going with for my cages to replace some of the ones that the rabbits are pulling and spilling, and they're just not hooking onto the walls well. But I do recommend getting something that really secures to the wall of your cages. Otherwise you're wasting food, and they're just gonna, you know, tip it over and end up, I have some rabbits that every morning they love to pick up their bowls with their teeth and just kind of flip them or turn them or whatever. And so oftentimes I have 2 of them right now that are doing that every morning right after I feed them. And so I am in the process of getting those all replaced because it's time. And again, the ones I replaced them with this summer I have not been happy with, and I've broken several of them. So that would be the black ones. Okay guys, I got interrupted there. So while I was interrupted, I went ahead and put together the little wooden feeding set. I think I'm gonna actually like this. We will see. There are no instructions with it at all, so there's no pictures, which I always use. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if it just doesn't come with instructions, but it was super simple. It had the 2 side panels, the back, the bottom, and then these here, and then the bars. Stuff your hay in here, food in here, and then the water bottle sticks right on the side. So I'm going to put this in with one of my fenced-in colony rabbits in the barn and see how it does. It's heavy enough where I don't think they're going to tip it or throw it. It also comes with, if I want to, you can see the holes right here, and it comes with long screws and a nut and bolt that I could screw it right into the fence area on the back here if I want to. So I will put this out there tomorrow and use it for a few days and see how I like it. I'm going to get these other ones set up in the other areas, and I will keep you posted on how I like them. So, and I also will be ordering new metal pans with the hooks on the back for some of my rabbits for my cages. So I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please click that like button, and if you don't already, please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate that. Again, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend, and I hope you were able to create something. Have a great day.